Let's get the stream starting. Let me share the link real quick, guys. Big yawn. Okay, let's get the link rolling. I hope all of you guys are doing fantastic on this Friday night. I'm sharing the link real quick, getting the people in, and then we're going to start. We got a lot to talk about. Okay. We are live now. Boom, boom, boom. At everyone. And then let me copy that link. Let me refresh that. There we go. We are live now talking. Happens. Hop in. Boom. Just in time. There you go. There you go. Let me open it. We are good to go. I think we shared it. In the Discord as well. There you go. Let me respond to this. This is not a valid model. Okay, what is up, everyone? Hope all of you guys are doing good. Hope all of you guys are feeling good. It's either you have seen me or haven't seen me in a long time. I don't remember the last time that we live streamed, or this is the third time that you're seeing me today. If you're seeing me for the first time, that means you're doing something wrong, because that means that you're not getting all the valuable information and all the private live streams in the Discord. So if it's the first time that you see me in a long time, something needs to change here. Let me check the chat. I'm curious if we got a lot of public people in here. I'm seeing Mr. Wrecked on Chain. That's a pretty suitable name. I'm seeing IKNG, Crypto Zenith. I'm seeing Evade OT, Legio Xchinum. My goat is cooking. We're going to cook in a second here. I'm seeing Pluffmeistern. Grand is a familiar name. Mr. Big Boss, familiar name. Lars in the house, yes, sir. PSP. Got jump scared by the whistle. How come someone looks that good? let me get the hair rolling. You know, I was like, you know, it's a new public live stream after a while. Let me dress up a little bit, you know? It's also cold here. I know the heating ain't working good. The heating is not working properly. Mr. Lolo, Emery, Big Boss, recurring customer. You keep coming back, Mr. Big Boss. You keep coming back. Mr. JJ, Boo Market just starring. Well, I think you mean starting, but both are wrong. Arthur in the chat, Mr. Pat in the chat as well, Harmon in the chat. Perfect Friday night program. You cannot get it better, guys. You simply can't get it better. Mr. Business Class. Lights are red. This is not a coincidence. Who knows? Who knows? Getting an overdose of Lars. That is good, right? If you're getting an overdose of me, that means that you're in the right place. If you don't see me live stream it often, that means you're in the wrong place. Mr. Robin Tate sold by now. I saw that video actually. We're gonna be diving into the charts in a minute here. I'm just giving people the opportunity to join. Miss the stream so much. Get your ass. If you miss the streams, get your ass in the Discord. Right? That we're streaming every day, multiple times. 1 hour ago, that's good, right? That's when we wrapped up New York. Okay. Let me check the chat. I'm a bit behind. You look good, bro. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. I'm blushing here. Like I'm normally not nervous to stream, but I'm slowly like getting nervous. Started the TZT mentorship yesterday. Congratulations. You're in for a treat, brother. Your eyes are about to get opened. What's your thoughts on a possible gold local top? We're gonna dive into the price action. If you don't do TA with Lars' voice in your head, you're doing something wrong. I want you guys to use my terminology. Talk about, well, objectively speaking, the order flow objective is to get a rotation towards a technical target. If that is how you start talking in your head, that's when you know you're doing something wrong or good. Is this an OnlyFans stream? Yo, chill. Objectively. I use a lot the term objective, but that's because everything I say is facts. It's no subjective bullshit. It's facts. That's why I say objectively speaking. Objectively speaking, if you're not listening to me at least 3 times a day, you're doing something wrong. That is not subjectivity. That's a fact. Friday night live streams hit differently. The thing is, guys, would you rather go and drink and party or listen to me talk about charts? I think it's an easy decision. One progresses you in life, the other sets you back because you're going to miss Saturday and Sunday, which are good working opportunities for you to get better and get ahead. That's all I'm saying. I'm seeing Tim in the chat. What is good, Tim? Tim, where are you at right now? Are you in Amsterdam or are you in Asia? In an uptrend, we draw the range from top to bottom. Whenever I create ranges, this sends in your voice. The thing is, regarding range trading, right? Like you cannot draw an incorrect range if you draw the market structure correctly. Oftentimes, when people draw an incorrect range, it's because they're not looking at the market structure and they're simply drawing a range based on what they see as consolidation, which leads to wrong starting points and then wrong models. And then you're trading a system that has no consistency behind it because the results aren't there because it's the wrong TA, basically. Charts. People at the party don't even know how much 10% compounded can do. Like, what are you going to do with a party? You're going to talk to a girl and then tell the girl about how you're going to get financial freedom by making 10% a month, scaling that over time to literal becoming a millionaire. She's going to look at you and be like, the fuck are you on? And then you're going to be like, yeah, but the risk to reward of drinking this bottle of alcohol isn't worth it. They're going to be like, who the fuck is this weirdo? And then later, when you pull up in the supercar, they're going to be like, oh, remember, I knew you from 2 years ago at that party, right? We were speaking, we were, kicking it off. And you're going to be like, shut up. And then I was going to say the B word, but I was like, let me keep it respectful for now. Let me keep it respectful. Okay. Amsterdam. Oh, Tim is back in Holland. I miss Asia, though. Congrats. I'm going to Asia in less than a month. So for all the people that are right now in Asia, I'll be visiting your side of the world in a month from now. But we have given the people the opportunity to join, and I'm going to be diving into the charts, okay? I want to start off with Bitcoin and low-key elaborate on where price action is at relative to the market maker manipulation playbook that I shared that long ago, like the 8th of March, if I remember correctly. So to quickly recap and refresh your mind as to what my overall order flow expectation has been literally since March 2025, let's recap it real quick, okay? And we're going to start off in this range. This range right here got created right after we made a new all-time high on Bitcoin, okay? And it's extremely common to make a new range and create a new range after delivering such an aggressive expansion towards the upside, okay? It was inevitable. And it's grabbing the all-time high at that point in time, also pre-halving, it was the ultimate psychological trap because people were like, oh my God, it's going to go even faster and more aggressive towards the upside after the halving. And then they all got trapped into a 250-day reaccumulation where altcoins got destroyed. Now, this right here had a high time frame key demand right here, okay? High time frame key demand level. Price deviated that all-time high and went over into a macro reaccumulation, which was basically when I started posting on X, which was a perfect timing because it was like the most picture perfect textbook accumulation schematic that I could have asked for, where price action delivered that range low right there, got the range high, got the deviation one, got the second deviation indicating for a model one accumulation schematic, and then price grabbed that extreme liquidity, delivered the extended tap, which is our model one flowing over in a model two. You can literally right now go back to the mentorship 2024 where I talk about, I think it's the liquidity lecture. And I tell you guys with 100% conviction that Bitcoin was going to go up from there and make new all-time highs. It's somewhere in the mentorship 2024. I think it's the liquidity lecture where I literally talk about this accumulation, confirming the bottom right there. So it's nice to look back on. But we basically had a macro reaccumulation schematic right here, and that was so clean, it delivered an aggressive expansion into price discovery, okay? Now, from there, we created an overall higher time frame distributive range, where initially we had a model one distribution right here, which was a bit sketchier because the second tap had its own PO3 that grabbed that range low. We went up higher once more, and then we sold off, creating this higher time frame range, okay? Now, this is where it starts to begin. This higher time frame range was a two-tap model, and price never came back up for that extreme liquidity. So we missed the move grabbing that extreme liquidity, establishing a third tap, and then getting the aggressive sell-off. Instead, we left that liquidity intact and we created even more liquidity in the process of coming down right here, right? Where we were stacking up buy-side liquidity. So what I was expecting was for price to create an accumulation schematic at the bottom right here. And that's also what I was talking about March 8th. Man, that's crazy that it's March 8th. But that is what I was talking about March 8th in the market maker manipulation playbook. That's when I released it. And basically what I was talking about is that I'm expecting price to get an accumulation around this lower 80 to 70K region that rotates price back up towards new all-time highs But this is the key difference. Instead of getting a trend continuation where price delivers a macro higher low for a higher high, I believe that the purpose of the rotation back up is from an overall macro distributive price action, not from a trend continuation perspective. I'm not saying it has to immediately distribute in that same range. I'm saying it's not going to get a trend continuation, but rather macro distribution. Big difference between the two. So on the higher time frame, right here, we had our key demand POI. Okay, this was our key demand level, which is basically the structure demand overlapping that range high of our high time frame reaccumulation. And that was our key level. Now, what price ended up doing is we created a Model 1 accumulation schematic right here that we traded simultaneously on SUI with our macro longs back in April, delivered amazing gains, but did not get the full rotation back up to new all-time highs on SUI, but that's for later. But we front ran our key demand POI and we delivered the accumulation. Now, from here, if you go on a higher time frame, you can see that this right here, it's not even weekly market structure because you don't have a valid 2-candle pullback. This candle right here did not exceed this candle's low. So you don't have the 2 consecutive bearish closing candles, and therefore also not the 6th candle rule that can be applied. So this can be a fake breaker structure on the lower time frame, like the 5-day, for example, or actually the 3-day. This can be a 3-day breaker structure right here. Okay. This can be a 3-day breaker structure that then is a fake break, accumulates, and gets the rotation back up to the all-time high. When from there, we create an macro distributive range. Okay, that was the entire idea behind it. Now, the fact that we front ran our 72, 73-ish K level, the reason why I talked about it at the time, it was not something that needed to happen, but if it were to happen, it would be a +1 confluence to price not getting the continuation towards the upside because you're lacking the fuel to get a sustained move up. If price wants to have a sustained move up, you do not front run key levels like this. If you're aggressively expanding towards the upside and you got a key level below you, which is like 50% lower, that's useless. But if price is approaching the key level and you front run it, that's indicating that price doesn't have enough fuel to get the actual rotation and continuation. So it was a +1 confluence for price not getting that continuation towards the upside. If you look right here, this was our key level. Our reaccumulation mitigated our key level and therefore also delivered the expansion towards the upside, right? Now, price action, instead of having a literal 100 and, let me get it right here, instead of price actually having a 130-day reaccumulation schematic that mitigated key demand, you had a 39-day reaccumulation schematic that front ran your demand. So your accumulation is 3 times less the size and you're not mitigating your key level. So I was like, why would price have a more aggressive expansion towards the upside from this pivot point than this pivot point when this was 3 times the size while it mitigated your key demand? It didn't make sense to me, right? In combination with that obvious buy-side liquidity, my expectation was that they are going to be using that buy-side liquidity to offload positions, okay? Now, what happened from there is that we got the rotation back up and we put in that first deviation right there. Going to get rid of this right here. Put in a liquidity point right there. Perfect. Now, what happened after putting in that second tap? First of all, it delivered amazing trade opportunities. You got a low time frame distribution model right there. I personally did not have the opportunity to trade it because it was during Asia, but overall, amazing trade opportunities. However, price did not get an aggressive correction towards the downside. Right here, this is where our market structure low was, okay? Because price was trending up, making higher lows and higher highs. This was our market structure low at the time. and price was pulling back right here, creating a lot of buy side liquidity right there. Now we had a key demand POI right here on the lower time frame with that overlapping effect right here. Boom. Had the overlapping there on the lower time frame. Not going to zoom in right now, but you can go back in time and see the overlapping demand that I was talking about in a live environment. And you can see that price failed right here to break lower. Okay, you failed to break your market structure back to bearish. You got this breaker structure back to bullish right here, but it was a fake break to create your proper range. Very common playbook, right? Fake break to create a range in here. And then price also had the equal highs right there. Overall, we put in the second tap, but price was leaving behind a lot of buy side liquidity. And instead of breaking market structure, we were immediately reaccumulating and expanding back up towards the upside. So there was no proper confirmation for a second tap. There was no second tap properly established because you couldn't even break any form of significant market structure back inside the range. We mitigated key demand and we got a rotation back up, expanding outside of the range. Now, after putting in that second tap right there, you can extend the range high to the deviation high. And then looking at our DL2, which is our deviation limit, we can see that if price were to break outside of our deviation limit, that's when I would let go of the idea of this being a potential deviation. And I would look at it from a breakout perspective and therefore also expectational order flow instead of a deviation would be an overall higher low for a higher high. It's really that simple. Now, price got that perfect expansion outside, and that is when I released my second macro update in combination with our market maker manipulation playbook, that this could be a potential PO3, where this turns into your range, that turns into the manipulation, and then right here, this turns into the expansion. Okay. Now, very crucial to understand. I never said that we got a confirmed PO3. No. I said that we had a potential PO3. But what happened is that price took that range high right here, but never established a third tap. So there was never an entry confirmation here, nor a valid distribution model. Now, some PO3s have two tap models at the highs. That is an exception. But in order to confirm a PO3, right, in order to confirm it, you need to have an aggressive closure back inside the expansion phase right here, confirming the rotation back down. That didn't happen, okay? That did not happen. Instead, price simply came down, creating at that point in time, right here, creating at that point in time a lot of buy side liquidity above, where we took the high right here. We took the high. Then right here, we took the low. And I said, if price is going to be putting in a macro top, you're not going to get a buy side liquidity curve like this. Okay? You're simply not going to get it. Then on September 1st, despite all the odds from a statistical perspective of putting in a monthly low on the first day of the month, you can go back on my X, and I literally said that this could be the local bottom that delivers a rotation back up to buy side liquidity. Okay? The PO3 was not confirmed. I said that we're going to get a rotation up towards buy side liquidity, and that the chances were very high. Now, I remember I did not get an accumulation entry on Bitcoin right there because the model wasn't that good, but we still got the rotation back up. Now, that overall ended up going over into a potential range right here, where I wanted to see a sweep of 107 until USDT dominance confirmed a bearish PO3. The moment right here when USDT dominance confirmed the bearish PO3, I said loud and clear multiple times that we were going to get a rotation towards the all-time high. right from here, the 28th of September, and on Monday, the 29th of September, I said that we were going to a new all-time high based on USDT dominance having a bearish peer 3. But guess what? Because we have a lack in any proper accumulative price behavior at the bottom, because there is not even a range deviation here if you're looking at this from your range schematic, because there's no proper accumulative price behavior, it is very unlikely that you're going to get a rotation for a continuation, but that the chances of this push up creating a potential distribution model, it increases due to the lack in accumulative price behavior at the bottom. So the moment we push back up, guess what range were we watching right here? We were watching our range following our swing market structure, right? Our high time frame structure right here that is simply making a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, and a higher high. So due to the lack in accumulative price behavior at the low, the chances increased of getting a sell-off at the highs, okay? Because guess what? Price did not grab the necessary fuel to get a continuation towards the upside, okay? And from here, we were looking for distribution models. And then right there, the market deviated the range high, did not get a technical 3-tap distribution model, but sold off very aggressively. And in the meantime, lots of markets absolutely just died. The charts, altcoins, minus 60, 70, massive wicks. Okay. Now, in all this time of talking about macro distributive price behavior and not from a continuation standpoint, I gave one clear invalidation. One. And that is getting a high time frame close, preferably weekly to monthly, above our DL2 on increasing volume. I'm like, it's very simple. I'm not being stubborn. I literally have been saying for months an invalidation is a high time frame close above the DL2, which is this red line right here, on increasing volume. Very simple invalidation. But no, every single time we make a new all-time high, we use it to sell off. Guys, who moves the market? It's not your short order that causes the biggest liquidation event in the history of crypto. It is whales selling off, offloading positions at all-time highs, because it is the perfect opportunity to sell. And you take all buy-side liquidity in the market, and you trap people into breakout longing, especially when you push price up that aggressively towards the range high. The chances of people FOMOing into longs while grabbing buy-side liquidity from the stop losses, from the shorts, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. And then boom, you sell off aggressively yet again. Price wicks it. Plenty of people talk about an immediate reversal. I see people talking about the day that most people got liquidated. I see people talking about how this was the liquidation candle and now you're going to get a reversal. I'm like, are you out of your mind? You just wrecked your entire following into holding positions that dumped 70%, and the day after they lost all their money, you're talking about how this could still be it again? It's fucking absurd, bro. It's like, it's so delusional. It's because even if you're going to get a reversal, you first need to create a range. Bitcoin is not going to get a buy to sell to buy. That doesn't happen. It doesn't have enough liquidity to do that immediately. Bitcoin is a big asset, okay? It needs ranges. It needs to create new orders in the market. And then based on if we're seeing a redistribution or accumulation, can we anticipate on the next expansion? But at least talk about some consolidation. But people talk immediately about bullish reversals again. I'm like, yo, chill. And in the meantime, our shorts are about to hit TP, final TP, you know? But the thing is, every single time that we go higher and we take the all-time high, we use it to sell off. Right here, we sell off. Right there, we expand higher, deviated sell off, expand higher, deviated sell off aggressively. That is not bullish. Now, if we go on the higher time frame, like the weekly, we're arriving at a very crucial point, because this right here is weekly market structure. Okay, making swing higher lows and higher highs right here. This is your weekly market structure. In the entirety of this bull market, this structure hasn't broken back to bearish. Okay, the weekly structure hasn't broken back to bearish a single time. You had your low, you had your high, you had your higher low for your higher high, you had your higher low for a higher high, you SFP'd it, and you got the continuation, higher low, higher high, and that continues all the way back up. And you can follow the red drawing. This will be the first time, okay? This will be the first time that we might experience a potential weekly market structure break right here, where we took the high, therefore confirming this as the low, and we are playing around that market structure low right there. We wicked it initially. Right now, we're trying to spend a close price action below it. We got 2 days and 7 hours until this weekly candle closes. Now, I'm not particularly looking at this from like a weekly candle close perspective. I'm rather looking at this on the lower time frame to see like, how is this range going to be reacting right here? Are we going to be disrespecting this range and close below it, right? Close lower outside of the DL2? That is an indication of a potential accumulation failure and actually closing below that point. Or are we going to accumulate from here and get a local playbook towards the upside and then see from there if we get redistributions or not? But Bitcoin selling off this aggressive, it has never sold off this aggressive in this entire, literally it hasn't sold off this aggressive in its entire move up here. I literally haven't seen it sold off this aggressive. Right here, we came down slower. Right there, we came down slower. Right there, we came down slower. Right. Every single time that we came down, we left buy-side liquidity above. Right here, we came down, we left buy-side liquidity above. Right here, we came down, we left buy-side liquidity above. Right here, we came down, we left buy-side liquidity above. Right here, we came down, we left buy-side liquidity above. Right here, we sell off aggressively. You know, we sell off aggressively, and then we're trying to break market structure here on the high time frame after deviation upon deviation upon deviation. That is called buying exhaustion. Okay, they're exhausting right there. Let me take a sip. That is called exhaustion towards the upside. Break market structure, get the rotation towards the downside. We use that on every single time frame. So it's going to be very interesting here locally. Now, remember everything I've just said about Bitcoin and the whole reasoning behind it, right? It hasn't changed at all. It hasn't changed. At the same time, right? At the same time that this has been going on Bitcoin all this time, we have had USDT dominance develop a high time frame accumulation schematic. So July 10th, and I reposted it today on my X, I gave 3 different levels to watch for reactions as Bitcoin was going into price discovery. One of those levels, which was the first one, was 4.02 right here, 4.02. Why 4.02? Because it was the start of our extreme demand in the range right here. Okay, the start of our extreme demand for our potential high time frame 1, high time frame 2, and high time frame 3. Where this right here, which was the literal all-time high on Bitcoin in Q4, okay, Q4, Q1, setting the stage for a potential EHP schematic. If you've watched the Mentorship 2025, you'll know that that stands for extra high probability. and you know how high probability that confluence is with that low time frame extended accumulation and high time frame normal accumulation. Now, it was very interesting because we were developing a PO3 right here, and we traded that PO3, right? It was beautiful. It was a textbook PO3 where we had the range, and we called this all live. It was literally all live. We had the range, we had the manipulation. This is where we made a fuck ton of money, like without all like no cockiness or whatsoever. This was by far the one of the best trading weeks of the entire year. We had January, which was fantastic, and then all the trade setups in this expansion. Oh my god, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And we had this bearish PO3. Now, on the higher time frame, this is our extreme liquidity. But I also had a refine level below right here that I was preferably waiting for to get swept right there. Okay? Now, when price was coming down right here, I very quickly, during the private live streams, was talking about a scenario where the purpose of the move down of the bearish PO3 could be to grab our extreme liquidity and then get the reversal towards the upside. I shared this idea in the pre-London live stream. I just forgot which day it was. It's probably somewhere in here during these days. I talked about the scenario of the bearish PO3 potentially grabbing extreme liquidity and then reversing towards the upside. And the reason why that scenario was coming to my head, because I've seen that price behavior before. And where I've seen that price behavior before was literally when I traded the bearish PO3 into the high time frame accumulation back in 2024. Because right here, what price action did on the lower time frame, this is where your extreme liquidity was. But price action did the exact same on Bitcoin right here, where we had our range formation. Oh man, I have a video. It's nice to have all these videos on your X because it's such a good track record, you know, and to look back on. But I have a video talking about how I was shorting this bearish PO3. Despite everyone expecting a rotation back, I was like, guys, this is going to go down. Like, just search for 25th to 26th of August and search for bearish PO3 and you'll probably find it. But right here, I was expecting the same thing. It's a bearish PO3 that delivers the rotation back down to the extreme liquidity, where the purpose of the bearish PO3 is to grab extreme liquidity and reverse towards the upside. So I've seen that before on Bitcoin. It's just overall price, pattern recognition. So I was like, this could potentially happen on USDT dominance as well. And then we actually ended up getting it. I was hoping for a move down to here, which we did not get. But by the time price action was here, I was already on the way to Los Angeles. So I wasn't really actively monitoring the charts. And then boom, we expanded simply higher. But besides that, right now, we're simply in a confirmed Model 2 accumulation schematic on the high time frame with a beautiful return to zone, beautiful time displacement, and an order flow objective of 6.77%. It's really that simple. It's a confirmed accumulation. There's nothing difficult about it. It's a confirmed accumulation that has broken structure, back to bullish, and it has no supply protecting price from coming to that range high. And the order flow objective is a rotation back up to here. Now, the only thing that is causing me to not scream this at the top of my lungs is because we had such a big wick. And when you have such a big wick, I always like to see what happens after the wick is put in. Like, is it a massive liquidity grab for an overall reversal? Because sometimes you'll see a wick put in and then price retrace to a part of that wick and actually go lower. Or are you going to simply continue with your move up? Right? That's what I was kind of wanting to see for a couple of days before I was talking more about, hey, this is going to get the immediate rotation. Like, sometimes if you wait a bit more for a bit more data and a bit more price action after that wick, is going to get more clear. But then Bitcoin delivered the distribution confirmations up here on the lower time frame, and we are very close to breaking market structures. I'm very curious to see how it all will unfold. But as of now, right? As of now, this is in a confirmed accumulation for me. And this is on the verge of breaking structure after getting deviation after deviation after deviation. And it's very simple. I have had, like I said, an invalidation all this time. That is a high time frame close above the DL2 on increasing volume. But the market makers and the whales have used every single push up as an opportunity to sell. It's really that simple. And I don't see price here reversing back up immediately after such an aggressive sell-off, right? So that's why my overall expectation is definitely that this has the opportunity of putting in the cycle top. Now, here is the kicker, okay? Here is the interesting part. I am not in any short right now, besides my lower sized position on Bitcoin that has already hit the main TPs, with the final TP being this low. Okay? I'm not in any short position right now. I was in Solana, and I should have kept that position open, right? I should have kept that position open, but I literally set my TP, and then I had to hop on the plane. And then when I got off the plane after 10 hours, the TP already got hit. So I still take personal, I take personal responsibility. But it was a very inconvenient timing for me to properly sit behind the charts and say, like, hey, this can fucking dump 50,000%, you know? Now, like I said, I am not in any heavy short position at the moment. So I'm looking for entry opportunities. So even if Bitcoin put in the cycle top right here, I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, I told you guys, if I don't have a position that I benefited of. I don't care about being right. I don't care about being wrong. I care about making money. So even if Bitcoin dumps to 70K from here, but I'm not positioned for it, who cares? I didn't make any money. It's really that simple. And guess what? If we're going to accumulate from here, I'll be trading that accumulation. And I'll be profiting off the move up. If we start to drag out right here and range for longer and create a lot of buy-side liquidity again, and price is failing to break lower, and price is starting to look bullish, then I'll simply trade the model and make money. So while most people that are like perma boos always attack me for being a perma bear, I was like, I have had a very simple invalidation, and that's a high time frame close above 124K. That's been the invalidation since the beginning on increasing volume. But all your 200K predictors, why can't the market not even close with increasing volume above 124? That's been my invalidation all this time. Why are the whales so desperately to sell every single time we make a new high? You know, think about it. It's very simple. And I'm not particularly expecting an immediate reversal like this. I doubt it, because that barely happens. So, you know, I'm observing a new range formation in here and see if we can trade the range as we always do. But from an expectational standpoint right now, I wouldn't be surprised that this is the cycle top in combination with the accumulation schematic on USDT dominance. It's really that simple. So I'm very curious to see how we'll close that weekly candle. If we can manage to break any structure, or if we keep on failing to close lower. But definitely getting a weekly candle close below this wick low, that is some bad stuff. Like, then you're definitely revisiting some lower prices, because there's not that much here to hold price up. Right now, we have bounced off our right now we have bounced off our daily order block right here that we were watching for a while. Gave a nice little reaction. So I'm going to be observing price action in here. I'm seeing some scalp opportunities in the market on altcoins as well for potential longs. But besides that, I don't see a whole lot. And there isn't also a whole lot below this daily demand, but overall sell side liquidity and inefficiency. So it's going to be very interesting the upcoming days, right? We'll simply be trading the markets on the lower time frames. And then, let's say, right? Let's say the market gets an internal accumulation right here. We get a low time frame accumulation front running that point. If I want to find some sort of a heavy short, I would like price to rotate back up, take all this buy side liquidity, and then get a redistribution model in here, right? Do something like this. If you see something like that, which is probably a bit too easy if it develops like this, like that's obviously when you're going to be getting a macro short back down to bear market lows. If you don't get any redistribution coming up, there's no short to be taken. And if you get an accumulation from here, I'll be trading that as well, despite the overall expectation of potentially this being a cycle's top, right? But it's very simple. It's not that I'm changing my bias every single day. Like this has been the pre-planning for March 8th. I said that the purpose of the move up is to be macro distributive and not from a continuation standpoint. And right now, price action has kept making a new all-time highs for, 220 days. And every single time that it makes a new all-time high, you have people celebrating that I'm wrong, but I've never confirmed a cycle top. Only right now I'm saying that we could be confirming a cycle top. But every single time we made a new high, we sold off. So then I see these people tagging me like, oh, look at this perma bear being wrong. First of all, I made more money longing Bitcoin towards new all-time highs. Now, not exactly on Bitcoin, but on altcoins, trading Farcoin, trading XPL, trading, I don't fucking know, Algorand, trading all the pairs that we took that's been updated on my YouTube that most people make holding their even Bitcoin spot positions. And then guess what? I am telling you right now that 80% of the perma boos who are attacking me for being a perma bear, which I'm not because I'm simply a trader, don't even hold Bitcoin. I bet your ass that they don't hold a single fucking cent of Bitcoin, but they hold altcoins. And guess what? Altcoins are even 10 times lower than Bitcoin this cycle. So please save your tweets. Save your tweets. Okay. Now, I have one interesting theory that I want to discuss with you guys regarding my Bitcoin to altcoin expectations. Okay. And that is, right? And this is a theory, right? This is a theory. I'm not saying this has to happen. I'm just saying from an overall order flow and psychological perspective, I think this could be an amazing playbook for market makers to manipulate everyone. Let's say, right? Let's say Bitcoin goes lower here, basically confirming that this is going to be the cycle top, right? What if in the meantime, altcoins confirm crazy accumulation models? And the reason why I'm saying that is because I posted bread already, but I'm like, let's say bread develops like a crazy accumulation schematic here, right? We tap the extreme level right there, we bounce away from it, and then we do something like this, an EHP schematic, right? Let's say we confirm. It's not confirmed, okay? It's not confirmed, but I'm saying if bread confirms an accumulation schematic here, because if it confirms the way I've drawn it, that's a good model. And I would be expecting a rotation back up to the range high. I'm like, what if we confirm the accumulation model right here? What if Bitcoin already put in the cycle top, break structure back to bearish, and in the meantime, that Bitcoin simply delivers a retracement back up for a lower high, for a lower low, you get these altcoins who confirm those accumulation models that expand super aggressively, and that because price action by that time could potentially be already in 2026, because this is where Jan would open of 2026, we get people to start talking about that super cycle effect, that because of the institutional involvement, right, we're going to have a continuation of the cycle. It's just going to be a long-term uptrend over time that doesn't correct with bull and bear markets. That narrative could become very strong the moment you see Bitcoin retrace upwards after breaking structure when you're arriving into Q1 2026, because people will be like, now, normally speaking, the top will be in Q4, around Q4. And then in that meantime, if you get Bitcoin retracing and altcoins expand super aggressive, bro, the FOMO is going to be absolutely insane. And then your altcoins confirm the accumulation models, get the expansions towards the upside, and then simply die off again. And Bitcoin puts in the lower high for the lower low and dies off. Guys, like, I think this could be a very good potential scenario. First, you would need to break structure. And second, you would need your lower high confirmation. And third, you would need to get your confirmation on the altcoin itself. But I'm just thinking, imagine Bitcoin puts in the cycle top. First, nobody would be looking at any accumulation models on altcoins, right? Facts. The moment you get the accumulation model on the altcoins and you trade that and it expands, people are going to become euphoric, because I'm talking about pretty aggressive expansions. Like, it could even go higher than this, right? Before eventually like dying off again. But if a pair like Brett starts pumping 270%, the overall market is going to heat up again. So you got Q1, you got altcoins pumping, you got Bitcoin retracing back up, and you're like, fuck, it's already Q1 2026. Are we going to get that extended cycle? Are we going to get the super cycle? You get people diving back into crypto and into Bitcoin because now we're going to 200K because it's an extended cycle, and because of institutional involvement, you're never going to get a drop again. Altcoins are pumping left and right. And then when we hit our take profits on the technical targets, Bitcoin puts in the lower high for the lower low. The whole purpose of the move up on the altcoin was to grab buy-side liquidity to sell off even deeper. And it's the end of the cycle. And then we're all happy and celebrating. I'm telling you, this is not confirmed. It is zero confirmed. I am just thinking ahead. I'm like, what would happen if altcoins, literally every single time that Bitcoin expanded in price discovery, right? If Bitcoin expanded in price discovery, every single time altcoins failed to perform good. I remember I was long on SUI. Right here in April, we longed SUI. Let's whip up the SUI chart right here. We were long on SUI literally right here. We longed the exact bottom. We realized 20 RR on this trade. You know, it was an amazing play. And I was initially targeting right here. I bought. And this was also, I called this on the public live stream. So if you have been following me for a while, that was a public live stream. And I was targeting new all-time highs right there. But because price action confirmed the distribution right here, I had to take profit. So we bought here on leverage, very high RR, and we sold right there eventually after hitting a TP here, you know? But Bitcoin, in the meantime, you know, if you go from April to August, right? Bitcoin April to August, like August is all the way up here. So Bitcoin has performed incredibly well. And altcoins have just been lacking because altcoins have taken out the lows from April. The lows on April is 74K. We're at 106K. Bitcoin is 30K above the low from April, whereas altcoins took out literally all-time lows. So I'm like, okay, so you have all these altcoins that have just not performed at all. People give up on them. And then the moment Bitcoin tops out, that's when your altcoin starts to fucking run like crazy, when nobody is fucking positioned anymore because at least all low leverage has been wiped out of the market. You get the big pumps on the accumulation schematics. Bitcoin puts in a lower high. Bitcoin dominance has flash crashes towards the downside in that short period of time, and shit hits the fan again. I'm like, sign me up. Okay. I'm like, sign me up. Because it could happen on Bitcoin dominance, right? On the high time frame here, like Bitcoin dominance, it still has a distribution model. Like we have called this all to the T, right? We called for the rotation back down on very high RR somewhere the 4th of July. This has broken structure. So technically, order flow expectation is a lower high for a lower low. And there's a lot of sell side liquidity still lower. So the opportunity is there on Bitcoin dominance. So I was just thinking like this, and I'm like, wouldn't that be crazy? Like, because altcoins expanded in 2023 and basically did nothing special going into 2024 and 2025. And then when Bitcoin tops out, altcoins expand and Bitcoin puts in a lower high. I'm like, yo, that would be ultimate market manipulation from a psychological standpoint. Again, we're going to be trading, right? We're going to be trading the confirmations. I'm just trying to think ahead of how the bearish Bitcoin chart could correlate to a potential bullish bread chart if we end up confirming accumulation models. But I'm thinking that that could be pretty fucking nuts. Okay. So I have that macro idea in the back of my mind. And in the meantime, we're simply going to be trading the lower time frames. And whenever we get the confirmations, I'll be confirming it for sure on in the Discord. But I was just like, man, like there's so much buy side liquidity here. Are you really going to dump down lower into like bear market lows when you're already at basically bear market lows without grabbing all that buy side? It's super common for price action, even if price action is intended to trade lower. Like you'll see this all the time, also on the lower time frames. If the market is in a downtrend, right, it's extremely common for a price to sometimes get an accumulation model in here, sweep buy side liquidity, and they use that buy side liquidity to fuel the next leg down. We saw that on oil. That's exactly what we trade on oil right here. It's the most recent life example, right? We wanted oil to come down, and we still want oil to come down to these lows. Because from here on oil, we're looking for our macro accumulation models where we could potentially get that macro model 1 accumulation and the rotation back up to around $94. But at the same time that we wanted to see price trade lower, we confirmed and traded an accumulation model in here. It was textbook, a literal textbook accumulation where you have your tab 1, you have your tab 2, and this was the tab 3. On the forex.com chart, it was an EHP model. It was perfect. But you can see an accumulation model where the purpose of the accumulation model is to grab all that buy side liquidity and then reverse back lower. So that's what I'm anticipating for. I'm like, can you get all these aggressive expansions on the altcoin charts where while Bitcoin is delivering a lower high to then fuel the next move down and then trap people in the process of doing so? Because how many people will be calling, let's say you break structure here, how many people will be calling for a lower high when altcoins are pumping 300%? It won't happen. People won't be calling for that. I'm telling you, you know? So that's how I'm kind of correlating that those potential bullish altcoin charts. So I think it's a very entertaining scenario. At the same time, it's not that I just invented something new. It is extremely common for overall cycle top behavior to get aggressive expansions when Bitcoin already topped out to trap people from what is actually going on. I remember personally back in November 2021, when Bitcoin put in the all-time high. I remember it till this day, okay? When Bitcoin put in the all-time high right here, you had a coin called Sand, because I got a 4x on Sand. That's why I will never forget it. Let's see if Binance has a lot of data. Here. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Oh. Look at this. So what happened, look at the timing. So this is November 2021, right here. November 2021. Bitcoin put in the all-time high on the 10th of November. This right here pumped 450% right here, 450% when Bitcoin already put in an all-time high. Here. Where is the 10th to be exact? Boom. So Bitcoin right here, Bitcoin put in an all-time high. Right there. It's the same timing, okay? Bitcoin put in the all-time high, dumped down, and simply on the lower high right here, and then even the lower low, altcoins like sand pumped literally with an extra 250% in the span of 2 weeks. A 3.5x in 2 weeks. And this was not only sand. These were multiple coins. So it's completely common for altcoins to potentially pump while Bitcoin is already topped out. You know? So now the chart is absolutely horrible. Absolutely terrible. But that's kind of what's been in my head. So I'm very curious to see how it will be playing out. But I think it's a very possible scenario because it will be very entertaining. It's a very, very entertaining scenario. But in the meantime, guys, besides these overall expectations and talking about the macro price behavior, we are scalping the markets on a daily basis right here. Like the short that I took early in this week was a high probability distribution schematic right here. Price action was simply coming back into our supply right there, which was the supply created on the liquidative move. This supply right here created the liquidation. This right here is price setting off. This right here is a liquidation due to the fast moves down of the candle, right? And the big wick. So price action right here came back up. I saw clear exhaustion coming towards that supply POI. And then from here, we created our distribution model right there on the lower time frame. We had our exhaustion coming up, leaving behind a lot of sell side liquidity. Again, part of the bread and butter setups that I've posted on my X. And then from here, price had a 1, we had a 2, and we had a 3. Oh, we had the third tab right there, Model 1 distribution. I was at an event when this happened, so I entered this from the phone, but we broke structure right there, and I simply entered on the retracement into supply right there. Went short upon seeing that rejection, stop loss above the high, and then I targeted with my main target the start of the exhaustion right here. Since this is where you started taking the highs and building all that sell side liquidity, targeted right there, and I left a small runner right here. I left a small runner towards the main wick low, which I'm targeting all the way here, you know? But you can make, and I'm not even kidding, guys, you can make more money on a scalp like this than a spot investment that goes 100%. Let's say you have 10,000, okay? Let's say you have 10,000 and you are willing to risk 1,000, okay? You're willing to risk 1K. You're willing to risk 1K. If you buy spot and you're willing to risk 1K, you'll probably buy around, what is it? 5,000, keep a 20% stop loss, right? That's pretty safe. Or you buy 10,000 with a 10% stop loss, right? It's kind of like what your setup is. But overall, if price goes 100%, you'll probably be making anywhere between 5 and 10K if you have a 10K investment on it, right? It depends on the risk overall. If you're willing to risk 1K and you take a high probability trade like this, you can make 7.8K because that's the RR of the setup. 1K risk, 7.8K return. Now, in this case, I would take a partial TP in the process to de-risk. So you'll probably be making around 5K. But you can make 5K in 1 day instead of hoping while being risk-free, instead of waiting 30 to 60 days for price to increase by 100%. Like, I don't understand, guys. I don't understand how you can watch me, because we got almost 2,000 viewers. I don't understand how you can watch me trade the exact same fucking models on a daily basis and not get interested in wanting to learn how to trade instead of just buying and hoping, because it ain't been working out this cycle. I truly don't understand. I don't understand how I don't have 2,000 active community members, like on a daily basis chatting. We got like 3,400 in total community, but that doesn't mean everyone is active. I don't understand how I don't have 2,000 people actively trying to trade the markets with me. I don't. Because the track record has been proven. It's the 1-year anniversary. It's been 1 year. Who is listening to me right now, and has been here since like October, November 2024? Type 1 in the chat if you have been here since October, November 2024 when we started with the Discord. Who has been here? Who has been here? I'm seeing one. Tim, Biebers, Emery, Cos, December 2024, Crypto for 20. Lots of ones. Guys, have I in that year been trading anything differently? Or have we been trading the exact same fucking models? Like the exact same models. Maybe I have added some extra high probability stuff, but haven't we been trading the exact same thing? If we go to our most, like literally one of the most legendary trades that we have taken as a community, the all-time high on Doge, which was December 2024. I'll never forget this. This is imprinted in my brain. But when I show you this model, do you see anything differently? Anything even slightly different from what we normally trade? No. We have been trading this for a full year now. Full year. We've been trading the same models. The same models that can be used for your investments, for your spot plays, for your leverage plays, for your daily trades, for your scalps. It's the same model working time and time again. And I've been trading nothing other than that exact same model. And I have 2 mentorships on YouTube for free and included in the overall VIP, elaborating on these models. So you're telling me you see me trade the same models over and over and over again. You see me consistently compounding results over and over again. You see other people succeed with trading the same models over and over and over again. You have all the information provided to you, even for free, with the mentorship on this same YouTube channel that you're watching on, in the playlist category. And you're not trying. I was at a Tony Robbins event the other day. Okay? And this is very important. There is something that we needed to do, which was called the Dickens process. Don't ask me why it's that name, but that's what it was called. And basically what we did in the Dickens process is that we had to think about what our life would look like if we kept on repeating the same mistakes over and over and over again. If we kept on not taking the risk over and over and over again. if we kept on not making the decisions that we needed to make over and over and over again. And we had to imagine what our life looked like 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. To get that urgency, that feeling of urgency of fuck, I cannot be in the same position that I was 1 year ago, 1 year in the future. I can't. I got people relying on me. I got to make myself feel proud. I got to make myself have a feeling of accomplishment. I got people to provide for. Either you're young like me or you already have more responsibilities with families that you have to take care of. Your mom and dad that you could retire. Your sister, your brother, your best friend that you could give the fucking Rolex for his birthday. Not because he wants it, but just because you can. But you're still worrying about your financial situation because either you're not doing the necessary and delivering the necessary input, or you're not even giving it a fucking shot. You got 2,000 people in here, bro. Trading doesn't work for me. Trading doesn't work for me. I cannot trade. If you don't think you can trade, you cannot trade. But I'm telling you right now, the only difference between me and you is that I've put in 10,000 hours and you haven't. 10,000 effective hours. It's really that simple. 10,000 effective hours. That's what I did. And then taking the risk with quitting everything else. But I don't understand how you can listen to me and see other people succeed at the same concepts, which is like, for me, that's the biggest confirmation that these concepts work for everyone. If only I could make my own concept work, it's shitty for you. But I have single-handedly mentored, I can name 5 traders right now that don't even trade and listen to me anymore. They do their own shit because they know how these markets operate. They know what they want to see. They know what their preferences are. I can name 5 traders right now. I'm not going to, but I can name 5 traders right now that I mentored that don't even listen to me anymore because they don't need to. They're completely on their own. Free. True freedom. True freedom. Isn't that what you want? It's like, do you want to keep on hoping for Bitcoin to go up 50%? Even if Bitcoin goes to 200K, you'll make more money on a high RR leverage position with a refined edge than just simply holding spot. You need to put in the work, guys. You need to. Now, it is the 1-year anniversary. So, I want to announce 2 things, okay? 2 things. First, you got discount. Wait for the pop-up. Boom! Guys, 2 important things that I need to make clear. There's a massive 1-year anniversary sale for 14 more days where you can get your yearly subscription for $449, which is $37.50 a month. Makes absolutely no sense. I've put a lifetime subscription in there because there are plenty of traders who just want to pay once and be done because they got some money. I got some connections. So I put a lifetime in there as well. People are like, why is the lifetime $4,999? That's like 10 years. I'm like, yeah, I'm planning to be here 10 years, bro. I ain't leaving. I ain't leaving till I make 100 million. That's been the goal since the start. So I put the lifetime in there because some people just wanted lifetime. Very important. After this sale, prices are going to increase. Okay? Prices are going to increase because I asked the Discord. This is not me. I asked the Discord. Let's pull up the Discord. Let's pull up the Discord right here. Can you guys see the Discord? I think you can. Yeah, you can. So I asked the Discord what the objective value would be. The objective value, okay? Your honest dollar value per month. We got 358 votes. 34% between 30 and 100. 37% between 100 and 250. 14% between 250 and 500. 16% above 500. And I'm charging you fucking 50. So, the prices are going to increase. However, I want to make it accessible to every single one. So, it will be going from 60 to 80. However, that is only going to take place after the sale ends. So, if you are in before the sale, you will get OG status. Okay? If you get OG status, prices will never increase for you. You'll simply have the OG tag and you'll always pay the same. So it's only going to be taking place after the sale ends. So it's going to be your last opportunity to pay $37.50 a month instead of $80. That's it. Okay. We built a massive community in only 1 year. 3,400 members, hundreds of active traders trading the markets on a daily basis. The track record has taken place. The proof has been provided. We're going to continue doing the same. I got an awesome, loyal community, all literally there to help each other improve and keep each other accountable. So I want to keep it slightly exclusive, but still accessible. Therefore, the honest value of the members was 150. So I'm doing it to 80 since I still want to make it accessible. Okay? But I'm letting you guys know it's your last chance to get it for $37.50. Okay? I'm not going to repeat it. It's there. You either make use of it or not. But I'm telling you, most of you are probably going to check it out once and then you're paying 80. So take advantage. You got 14 days. It will expire. You can pay with crypto because since most people want to pay with crypto, which I understand because I like to pay with crypto as well. And after that, it's done. Here. What is crazy is how much everyone has leveled up in only 1 year. Guys, it is insanity. It is absolutely insanity. People have gone from asking me how the fuck a range works to sharing trade ideas with me. It is insane. Literally, people have gone from asking me if it's a valid range to showcasing me a setup that I need to look at because I want to take it. So my master plan is slowly coming along, which is to build hundreds of advanced traders to have hundreds of eyes on the market on a daily basis to the point where the members are giving me signals. That's been the goal from the start. I don't want to work anymore. I want to sit with a coconut in my hand, getting a message of, I don't know, TCT Emery telling me that I need to take a long on Bitcoin because we got a high probability Model 1. You know? That's the goal. And that's what we're doing. So I'm super proud of you guys. It's honestly so incredible. The fact that you guys are so much more ahead of me. Like some of you are trading for less than a year or maybe a bit more than a year or maybe 2 years. And you're already trading in a way where your technical foundation is solid. You just need to master and fine tune the execution part and the psychology that comes from it. Bro, when I was 1 to 2 years into trading, I still had this fucker on the chart. Let me pull it up. I still had this bad boy open. That's how I was trading 1 to 2 years into the markets. Like, I'm telling you, there's a big difference. It's a big difference right there. So you guys can be very proud of yourself. Okay. You guys can be very proud. Now, At the same time, okay, at the same time that the SIL is live, I want to be doing a giveaway. We got 2,100 people. We got 2,100 people listening to me right now. What should I do as the giveaway? Because I honestly haven't thought about it, but I'm feeling good. The trading has been going fantastic. Like, I've made so much money in the past 10 trades. It's insane. So, what should we be doing based on, like, I think preferably getting like free subscriptions, you know, because that's what will make you learn the most. That's what most people wanted last time. What should we be doing? Give me some inspiration. Give me some inspiration. Tell me anything. Don't be like shy. Don't be shy now. Like, we can do a lifetime subscription. We can do it combined with, I don't know, multiple monthly subscriptions. Because, guys, if you are with me for 1 month, you can make so much money. Like, if you understand the concepts, obviously, but just trading with me in the beginning, you can simply literally just use me for your trades because you're still in the learning process. But you can make your yearly subscription while having free access. So you're basically being there for free because you just traded a trade that we all took together. So, you know, think in that region, because that will be the best ROI for you. I'm checking right now. I'm seeing a prop account 1 day with Lars. Teen free VIPs. 5 lifetime passes. 1 year of free. Membership giveaway prop accounts. Fund account, breakout account, lifetime pass. Membership, lifetime sub, subscription, 3 to 5 subscription, 101 call, a Mac laptop. That's okay. VIP, pay for holiday. 1 month copy trading. Lifetime for a year. A Porsche 911. Multiple monthly. I'm seeing lots of free subs. Yeah, me too. Me too, Mr. Mountain. Okay. I'm seeing strip clubs. Yo. Make mentorship 2025 free as well. Well, if you have the 2024, you can already make so much money. It's literally going to be a free subscription. 2025 is an advanced continuation. I was only planning on releasing the mentorship 2025 around 6 months after the private release, so that the people that have private access already have absorbed all the information and are using it consistently prior to going live with it. But there's so many people that don't deserve to watch that mentorship because it's so high quality, like just objectively speaking, that they're going to be people absorbing that information and not even using it. Like, if you cannot pay 60 euros for a advanced continuation of a mentorship 2025 after having a free mentorship 2024 teaching you the entire foundation, you don't want it. Everyone in here can invest 60 euros in themselves to find out more information. Literally. You can, even if you're working in, I don't know, the most third world country ever, you can get a job and scrap around 60 euros to get valuable information. Like, a part of it is also about wanting it and investing in yourself. People value things less when they don't pay for it. And that's a fact, right? That's why the first one is actually free, because I'm like, people need to have this information. But after seeing the free one, just 10x even the quality from the free one to the private one. If you have seen the Mentorship 2024, you know how good 2025 would be if it's an advanced continuation. You just know, because 2024 was already insane. And the 2025 is free inside of the VIP. It's given to everyone who already had access. Most people charge thousands for a mentorship like that. So if you cannot even invest 60 to only get access to that while you're already in the live server, you just don't want it. Like, you need to invest in yourself as well. When I sub this month, is it going to stay at 60? Yeah. Even if you don't make use of the sale and you just go for a normal subscription, not the discounted one, anyone who's in the Discord before November gets OG status. Okay? This is to appreciate the people that were there from the beginning, and they will never get a price increase ever. Maybe I'll decrease the price for them and increase the price from the newcomers to balance it out. Okay. Okay. The most people, I've been seeing some MacBooks, but most people want a subscription. What do we think? Okay. What do we think about what do we think about 5? Oh, I'm thinking now. Oh. If I join monthly now, the fee will go up. No, guys, the fees are only going up after, okay, after November 1st. Anybody who joins prior stays the same forever, because she'll be an OG. Do I have to join before November to enter the giveaway? No, the giveaways, we're going to do the giveaway right now. If you mean the sale, then yeah. The sale is gone. The sale's gone. I'll open the sale here. Okay, let's do 5 monthlies and 2 yearlies. Or am I being cheap now? Let me see. Let me open the Discord here, because I need to do the giveaway in the Discord. Guys, the giveaway is going to be in the Discord, okay? Create giveaway. The duration is going to be, can I put like 10 minutes? I'm going to put 8 minutes. I'm checking this one. Winners 5. The price monthly VIP subscription. Am I forgetting something? Oh, shit. Guys, you need to join the Discord. You need to join the free Discord in order to join. Mountain, if you're in the chat, if you could send a general invite link to the public Discord in the chat, that would be amazing. Price monthly. Okay, guys, in the chat right now, Mountain Man has this is a public invite link. Okay, you'll get access to the public server. You can join the giveaway that way. So I'm gonna do 5 monthlies. I think that's done. Let me check. Duration 8 minutes. Let me do 10 minutes. Perfect. Let me start that. And then I'm going to do another one. This is also going to be 9 minutes. And then you're going to have 2 winners. Then you're going to have yearly VIP giveaway. The reason why I'm doing so little minutes is because if you're not active, you're not active. You need to act fast. And then I'm going to be doing, I'm seeing some one-on-one calls as well. I'll do duration 9 minutes. I'll do a prize one-on-one call, and I'll do 3 people. 3. Boom. Guys, the giveaways are live. You can participate now. You just need to click on the link that's on the screen right here. Okay, it's sent in the chat. And then you get access to the server, the public server. Then you go to the giveaway section right here, and then you simply click on this emoji. Okay, you click on this emoji. You got 8 minutes. I like people that act fast, always. If you're not fast, you're slow. And if you're slow, you don't win. And I can already tell you right now, that the people that are going to win deserve to win. It is a universal thing. If you skipped the gym this week, you're not going to win. That's how the universe works. You don't just get lucky. Okay? You don't get lucky. You deserve the victory. What about slow is smooth and smooth is fast? That's with progress. But in order to get slow progress, you need to move fast. So, input is output, guys. I am excited. We got 7 minutes until we have 5 monthly VIP giveaways, 2 yearlies, and a one-on-one call for 3 people, which takes me hours. Okay. So, literally, you have a pretty high chance of winning because you got around 100 people participating right now. So your chances is like 5%, 5%, 2%, and 3%. Like, that's fairly decent. Like, you have a fairly decent chance of winning. So I would actually participate. And bro, if you've already been studying the concepts, the literal gains that you can make when you're trading live with me for a month will pay for your entire fucking subscription. And 10 times more. It kind of depends on the risk that you're taking. But even if you're just having a breakout account. Again, here's the link again. It's in the chat. You just click on the chat, you click in the link, you join, and then you go to the giveaway section and you participate. It's the only way I can do a giveaway. Oh, yeah. Also, if you win the giveaway, you get access to the mentorship. The mentorship is right here. Right? The mentorship is right here. All the videos are here. This is the advanced mentorship right here. You can see you got a lot of information. you got some work to do. We talk about every single detail. Like literally just every single detail. Then you got my channels. What is the chat saying? Showtime. Look, this is what I like to see. This is what I like to see. People putting in that work. Look at all these people actively decoding the markets. I love it, bro. I love it. That's a nasty range. That's a pretty sexy range right there. OM. ETH BTC. I sometimes simply scroll through the chat and just check what other people have in mind here. Sometimes they're actually really good ideas, and I'm like, wow, I would trade that. I would trade something like this for sure. I would draw it differently, though, but I would definitely trade it. Super clean work. Super nice. Okay. If we took the yearly at 449, this will be locked in for next year's Toolers. Well, I'll probably do a sale every year, right? So yeah, basically, yeah. Giveaway. We got 3 minutes. I know, but this one is 3 minutes and that one's 4. Guys, you actually have a decent chance of winning. You got 115 participants. There are a total of 10 winners. That's a high chance. That is a high chance. I just know the people that are going to win deserve to win. I do hope that someone wins who truly has no money, zero, and needs access to the mentorship. Like if I, for example, see Khan, if I see Mr. Khan win, I'm going to redo the giveaway. If we see Khan win, I'm going to redo the entire giveaway. I don't know if Mr. Khan is in the chat right now. But if Mr. Khan wins, I'm redoing it. We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. How old are you? I just turned 21. Well, I turned 21 in May. So I'm like 21 in like, I don't know, 5 months. Colin left the chat. Yeah, see, that's why. Colin left the chat. That's why he cannot win. What's behind the stream? Don't know if you went over it. If someone had OG tag, but for some reason takes a month of. Let me get back to that later. We're about to get the results here in a minute. 2 minutes, and this one in 1 minute. I don't know why this one's faster. Shit, it's counting down. Okay. Woo! Let's see. 45 seconds until you get the yearly results. Then afterwards, we're probably getting the monthly results. And then we're getting the one-on-one results. 57 seconds. Okay, I'm excited. I'm curious who's gonna win. 25. Guys, you can still join. You got 20 seconds. You got literally 20 seconds. You can click on the link. Where is the link? Somewhere in the chat. Somewhere in the chat. Here. Boom. Okay, you got 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's deciding. Woo! Shout out Omen and Grant. They're both VIP people, though. I know both of you guys. Okay. 5 seconds. 2. Oh, it's loading. Oh, shit, I cannot see. Fuck, they're all releasing. 1 second. Okay, let me turn off my streamer mode. Let me turn on my streamer mode. Who are these people? You got Royke. I know the name. You got Daniel. BM Group. Already know the name. You got Jay Marcer. You got Aaron 730. Is Aaron the only person that's not in the VIP? Shout out Omen. I know Omen. Shout out Grand. I know Grand. Who is this? I have no idea who these people are. It's like a glitch. And you got Hero. Okay. Every single one who just won, send me a private DM. Okay? Send me a DM. I'm again repeating myself. If you've won, send me a private DM. Okay? Send me a DM. If you did not win, it's because you were not supposed to win. You need to exclude the VIP. Listen, the reason why only VIP people won, besides like 2 or 3, is because they deserve it. That's the difference. They already invested in themselves and now got rewarded for making that decision. I'm not making this shit up, guys. I'm not. Right? You're seeing it right here, right now. It's facts. It's absolutely facts. So everyone who won, you guys all deserve it. Send me a private message and I will get back to every single one of you and take care of your subscription. Nice. Good vibes. You know, good vibes. Again, if you did not win, the sale is live for 14 more days. Afterwards, prices go up. If you're not in, you don't get OG status, and you will be paying the new fee, which is going to be 80 and not 60. Okay? I'm reminding you guys, I can guarantee you now that there are going to be people messaging me, Lars, I just missed the sale. Could you still do the sale for me? I'm guaranteeing you right now, I'm going to get people in my DMs saying, Lars, I just missed the sale. Can you please still let the sale apply to me? I'm going to be like, no, you had 16 days and you have 14 more days. So if you want to start making money, you know what to do. How can we contact you? Just DM me on Discord. DM me on Discord. Okay? Send me a message. Okay, guys, it's been 1 hour and 44 minutes. It's been an amazing week. We had literally 2 trades, a break-even trade in Forex, a trade on Bitcoin. And besides that, what we did is we remained disciplined for the entire week, showing up every single time, pre-planning different ideas, getting the necessary and delivering the necessary input, and then consciously making the decision to not take a trade because it wasn't properly valid. And we're only trading the highest of the highest probability of models. So if you showed up every single day and you stayed consistent, right, and you did not take and force mediocre setups, this is a W week, okay? A trading week and a overall W week is not based on the actual results, because if you stuck to the plan, that is what counts. Sometimes you stick to the plan and you take 2 losses. Does that mean it's a bad week? No. You did what you need to do. Sometimes you stick to the plan and you get 5 winners. Did you do anything different? No, you just executed what you need to execute. And that's an amazing week. But the same as, it's all about sticking to the plan. Okay, so I'm expecting maybe some weekend action, right? Getting some potential accumulation confirmations on like a Sunday. Who knows? Potential is there. I will be updating all these charts live inside of my channels in the Discord. And then I'm going to be seeing you guys all. Either you're going to be seeing a lot of me because we're trading live every single day inside of the community, or you will see me somewhere in the future, probably with a banger of a trade, again, publicly telling you how you should have fucking taken the trade with me. And I'll be active on my X as well. But guys, again, don't forget, we had some nice giveaways, sending out some good karma. Go back in the stream and watch the entire explanation of how we went in depth over Bitcoin's macro expectations and the price action going forward. Okay, that's where I stand right now. I'll probably clip that somewhere, but it's in the beginning of the stream, the first thing that we talked about. I appreciate all the love from all of you. I'm glad I could give something back. So contact me if you won the giveaway. Contact me, send me a message on DM, and we'll get in contact and I'll take care of your subscription. Now, go and enjoy your Friday night. I'm not seeing any entry opportunities, so go and enjoy the time off. I'll be working this weekend, actually, so I'll be seeing you in the Discord actually tomorrow. I won't be live streaming London because there is no London, but I will be active because I am working on something nice. Okay, appreciate you guys and peace out.